at it today. We've got all of our walls at least put together. Now we're going to go ahead and work on the base so we can start to see if all of our measurements are jiving. So the base is basically 3 squares put together. There's the outside square, which I'll be working on right here, where you just, I mean, this is how big this dude is. Look at this. So I'll be putting that together like that, and while I'm doing that, get a look over here. So come here. Then you have 2 other squares. We're basically going to build a little sturdy box with some notches where our walls will fit down into. So I'll build that frame. Harper is going to take these 2 stacks here and she's going to pocket screw them because these go together on a flat face like this, like a Broadway flat. So she's going to put them together like this. These 2 squares will sit inside my square. And then we'll put these little spacers in and then see how it fits. And then we'll start building. We're going to do now, so we'll see you when we're done with that. Okay, so we got 1 box together over there. We are putting together this box flat, which should go inside that box. And then we'll attach it. And then we'll put some spacers in and attach the other one, and that should be the base. So you can see we did pocket hole screws here so that we can attach them on that flat edge like a Broadway flat, like we said. So almost there. All right. Let's see if it fits. Hey, so far so good.
Can you lift that side up? Make it more.
It's going to be a tight fit though, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly.
All right. Watch your fingers. Okay, so now we've got our 3 squares together. What we're working on now, and this is kind of precise, kind of not precise, is we're putting in these 2-inch spacers, which we're just doing with 1 screw in case something goes wrong. So this part that you see, there will be 1 of these attached to each of the doors. So hopefully the doors will sit down right in there. And then the corner posts will fit in here. So we're trying to measure 4 3/4 inches and then put these. So our door frames should sit right down in here. So we'll see how that goes. That's the next thing.
I'm filming.
Okay, so we think we've got our base done. We've got our spacers put into it with our notch. Now this notch will make sense because what we're going to do next is take these pieces of 1x4 and we're going to cut them into 1.5-inch strips, which should fit in there. Those strips, 79.5 inches, will be attached to the middle of our door so that then we can pick a door up and slide it into that notch, and it'll hold it in place along with the sides that we're still going to do. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to rip these to 79.5 inches, and then we're going to go to the table saw and cut 1.5 inch wide strips, 4 of them. And then we'll check back with you. Okay, attaching these center strips. We cut them, we measured them, we put glue on the back of them. Let's set her down there. It's going to go on our doors. So what we're going to do is we'll flip it over and line it up with our center mark, and then we'll put it down with some brads, and we'll show you that. Okay, so we've got our center rails on all of our doors, or all of our walls, and our door piece where it overhangs, because the door itself will close against that. So next, we're working on the uprights that will go into here, go up, holding the walls and the top into place. So the uprights are made, they're 4 3/4 inches wide. So we're going to rip these 1x6s and 1x8s down to the sizes we need, and then we'll get with you when we're attaching all those. Okay, so we're setting our table saw. We're getting ready to rip these pieces to 4 inches. You always want to be careful with the table. Okay, so we have our uprights, our L's put together, and we will, you can see the 4 of those. So hopefully those will go down in the base right there. Harper's cleaning up. Hopefully the end of today we'll have all this stuff standing up. Now what we're going to do is work on the cleats that'll go on our upright pieces. The cleats are what the roof will not only sit on, but they will also be what helps hinge in the doors. If you look over here on the instructions, that's what we're making. These guys. So right now I'm cutting this one. I'm going to cut 4 of those, and then we'll cut all these pieces, and then we'll be putting them all on, and we'll check back with you then. Now we're putting the cleats on that will help hold the walls up and hold the top on. So we've got all these pieces you saw us cutting. We made a little 6-inch spacer, because this is what they drop down, and then we're going to take these guys and we'll put them like that, and then we'll take a set of those and put them on top of it. These help hold the walls, and then this is what will hold the roof in place. The roof will slide down in here.
Has internet been slow for you guys?
So, that's what we're working on. We got one done. That's what it looks like.
Not too bad.
See that, River?
Okay.
So that's what it looks like, and then we're going to do
I think
3
Mark
more,
had a little bit of
and then we're going to try and
my
put
computer's
it
already
together.
restarted, so I don't know.
Hello.
We noticed that it was a little tight here on the base, so we're busting out the chisel to allow us to
Making a little
put
wiggle room.
these guys in.
This is the door?
Yes.
Door's going to be here. Okay. So let's... So these slide in behind it, the roof will slide down into it. Okay, so we've decided we're going to work on the top box that'll go around that. The first, it's 3 different layers. Looks like a cake. And the first layer is 6 inches tall and 43-inch pieces. So what we're working on now is cutting those out of a 1x8 and some extra 3/4 plywood that we have. We'll make our 4 pieces for that box, pocket hole them, and put them on top. And that'll go in there, and that'll help hold all that. And then in the top of that first layer, you add in a little shelf. And we'll try and get that done today too. And then that's what the next box sits on. So we'll check back with you in a second. There's how it goes together. You can see how everything fits in the slots. So what we're working on now, we've built the top box that goes around there. That's this guy. And we're letting him dry. And you can see he's got a little lip here, a little edge. And what is that little ledge for?
The ledge is to hold the box that goes on top of it. Because if we just made the whole roof, it would be too heavy to lift up there. So
Right.
We're making them one level at a time.
So we're going to cut another 2 boxes. There's 2 more, one more with a ledge and then one with a top. So we're going to get both of those done, and we'll show you what happens after we get the next one done. All right, I need one more at 3 inches. So we're seeing how box number 2 for the roof fits on box number 1. I guess you could attach all these together, but that would make them pretty darn heavy to lift up there. So you see here how the ledges will help. Cool. Nice. Pretty sweet. Let's put one more on top.
Yeah.
All right, so there's the top box, pocket hold together, and this will get a flat Luan covering and then our lantern on top. So let's see how it looks. Maybe.
Yep, I like that.
Does Mommy have 2 stories?
Mommy does have 2 stores.
So here we are cutting the panels for the doors so that you can't see through them anymore.
Okay, so we've got our roof, our 3 tiers, and we cut this piece to go on top of the roof. And now we are looking at putting the panels on our doors. So we cut these panels just to overhang a little, and we're going to put some glue on them, and then what are we going to do?
And then we're going to use the air gun to put these small nail staples into them to really secure it down.
So we're going to work on, this is the single panel that is the opening door, so we're going to try it first, and then we'll do all the double panels, and we'll let you know how it goes.
So we put a panel on the back of the door. First we glued it down and then we put the brads in. Now we're gonna pick it up and see how it looks.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Glue on the outside and that looks very good.
Ready to paint.
Yeah.
And then put a window on it.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, we just got to do that 7 more times. Left-handed. I feel like a sandwich artist at Subway. Is that enough mayo?
Keep loading it up.
Okay. So here's Harper putting on the back of our last panel before we do the top.
So this is the top box for the roof, and we just glued on that top panel. Now Dad and I are using the air gun to put some brads in there.
Okay, Dad, I'm filming.
Okay, so behind you we have, for the first time, our assembled TARDIS, and now I am going to work on the door. We fit our door piece in, but it's really tight, so I'm going to take our door piece, which is over here, and I'm going to shave just a little bit off the bottom and a little bit off the top so that it'll open and close a little easier. And Harper down here is looking for a loose pin hinge, because if you look up here, the part that is beside the door has got a little wobble to it, and we want to lock it back here. So we're going to take a hinge on the back side that'll hold it. We would, if this were something we were building and just leaving somewhere, we would just stick a piece of wood back there and screw it in. But we want to be able to take it down, set it up, take it down. So that's what we'll use the loose pin hinge for. All right, and I'm gonna go do that and we'll check back with you. Okay, so that's it for today on the TARDIS, but we decided, since we have this paint, now I know the color of the TARDIS is a little brighter, although it gets a little darker when it's nasty, but there's a certain, Pantone 56 something. Anyway, this paint is what we're using because I got it for $9 at Lowe's. So it's going to be a little slatier blue, which I think is okay, because the TARDIS is definitely varied in color. So we're going to stir this up, and then Harper's going to put a little on there, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, you ready? A little test? Yeah. So we'll be doing a lot of painting Friday, but it's more of a gray blue, which I like. Yeah, that's going to work.
Yeah, that looks nice.
That's going to be a real nice TARDIS.
Definitely, yeah.
Sweet. All right. See you Friday.